There we go. Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. It is Monday, and let's see. Whew! It is only 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Monday, and I have already had a week's worth of excitement come through my system. So this might be the only stream this week. I'm gonna toss it out there. And when I close, I'll remind, because some people aren't here when it opens. Because I will be doing the overnight shift for a bit. Now, it could just be this one night. It could be all week. I don't know yet. The situation is progressing. And if I am doing the overnight shift, I generally do not stream. My day off, I have eye work, so I was already not going to be streaming on Thursday. Because funny thing with getting your eyes worked on. And I'll go over this again, so sorry if people hear duplicate information. So today, we're working on 939. Hopefully, just like we were on Call Dance. I actually didn't have to move the color too far. So I'm hoping to get 939 done on this project today. We are coming in on a page finish. We should have a page finish in February. I did do all my stitching totals out for the month of January, and even with all the interruptions and whatnot, both Call Dance and Divine got roughly the same amount of stitches. I would say Call Dance got less because I think a lot of it's because a lot of the stitching was confetti work, but also interruptions in my existence. I got, how many did I get on Divine Instinct? Let me look. I got 1,977 stitches done in January, and on Call Dance, I got 1,369. So, I mean, not a huge difference, but to be fair, it's enough to, it's a noticeable difference. But this week, it's Divine's time to be ignored. Get like one day of work done on it, and has to go in the closet. But this does give me opportunity to finish up my commissions. Start the commissions that I'd say I do, but never did. Or that they're half started. I didn't forget about the work that I have to do. I just got hit with other work. Other work that takes priority. As you can see, I have good doggos today. Mm-mm-mm. My phone is going bananas. B-N-N-N-N-N. My phone is banana. Mm-mm. Getting this triangle done will be so satisfying. So satisfying. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Best thing about what I'm doing is I don't need to pay attention to where I am. Because all I'm doing is going from wall to wall. At least for now. Oh my goodness. Except for whatever reason, I can't manage. I'm gonna manage to make a mess here in a second, but mm, do do. Oh. See if I can actually type today. Where did my needle go? Ah, fuck. I had one job. One job. Oh, I found it. It ran off. Somehow I managed to get more dog hair on my crust. I cleaned it off before I started because every week one of them hangs out free in the wild around my house. And um, somehow, even though I took my little cleaning brush, I managed to get more dog hair on it. And my cleaning brush was clean. Okay. Oh my goodness. All the fur. All the fur. Might actually get warm enough today to have all my cameras come on. My outside cameras. Like right now, it's so cold. The sun can't even charge them. But right now it's telling me it is 21 degrees outside. It is cracked 20. And that's nice. So my thermal camera got here on Saturday, and it is the best thing ever. Now, mind you, it gives like it gives a scale, like it takes the entire like room temperature and then shows like the cold spots and whatnot. Like in some rooms, my cold spots are 40 degrees. In some spots, my cold spots are 10 degrees. Now, I'm trying to thin out these spots that are 10 degrees because that's where the cold air is coming in. So this weekend, I went out and I used my Home Depot gift card that I got for Christmas, and I bought 6 cans of spray foam. 3 for little gaps, 3 for big gaps. I have gone through 5 of those 6 cans. I have 1 more can of the big gap left. And that's why my hands have the spray foam says wear gloves. And I don't. I should. And every time I get the spray foam on my hands, I'm going, I should have worn gloves. It doesn't hurt you, it just makes your hands look gunky. And it generally comes off in a day or 2. It's not too awful. It's just very sticky when it first gets stuck there. And then it makes your hands look like gunk. But I have managed to block enough of the cold spots that now that even when it's below 20 degrees outside, because I heat only with wood in my house. Only with wood. Oil is too expensive and my furnace is just ineffective. So when it's below 20 degrees outside, it makes it very difficult for the house to get up above 55 or even hit 60. And I'm used to it. I have a lot of blankets. I'm generally A-okay as long as it's not windy in the house. I'm fine. But with the running around with the spray foam, I have managed that it was 15 degrees outside last night. And I managed to keep the house above 50 all night. Like I went to bed. I would suggest resting. Do you have a angry project you can work on? Sorry, I have to go find more of my allergy med. So, dog hair. So for the first time in a very long time, the house was above 50 degrees in the overnight while I slept. And I know there are people out there going, oh my God, 50 degrees, that's against the law. Well, I own my house, so I'm only shooting myself in the foot. If I had tenants, it would be against the law, absolutely, because at least here in Maine, you have to keep your house at 68 degrees in order for it to be considered rentable. And I'm not renting my house. It's just me and Husband Creature and I. But Jules, you might not have to worry about about me this week because I'm doing an overnight tonight, so I won't be on tomorrow. And there's a good chance that I'll be doing overnights this week. So this might honestly be my only stream this week. I am going to get 939 done this week, whether I'm on air or not. I am tired of this color. I know it sounds weird, but have they asked her? Like, because I'm confessing to my childhood sins. Sometimes I took books out from the library. I didn't tell my parents. Now, mind you, I always return them, but at the same time, she might have taken books out without you knowing, and they could ask her where they are. I'm gonna try to rest and be good, but overnights, I have I have a love-hate relationship with overnights because my brain loves them. My brain loves overnights. My body, on the other hand, says, fuck you, go die in a car fire. Now, one or two overnights I'm fine with. I could even do one or two overnights. Like, it's not something I want to get in the habit of, but I did actually do a double turnaround with very little after effect. Which surprised me and a lot of other people. Well, I was tired and I was goofy, but no one no one has ever really been upset when I've been goofy. Because I know I am very keenly aware that I come off as kind of a bitch. It's not intentional. I am a very, very nice person. But I'm a very, very kind person, but I'm not very nice about it, I should say. I unfortunately guard myself a little too openly. It's I'm looking. Yeah, the stove has gotten my hands, and I've gotten spray foam insulation on my hands. They look like they've been through the ringer, and that's not the case. Hmm. Yeah. How about you have um the 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 other adult in your house do that so you don't have to. Just simply say if someone's pestering, be like, look, I'll have them do it when they get home and they get a second. And just be like, hey, I need you to do this. Don't say, can you? Say, I need you to do this. Use the word need so that they know you mean business. Because right now, like, for example, I have a husband creature lift up the couch all the time because dog toys get underneath it and loose dog fur and this, that, the other thing. And And what's funny, like, and I'm noticing up here because I've been working downstairs to seal up all the air leaks downstairs, so that the cold air. He is being adorable. He's being a good boy. I don't know where she is. I think she's on my bed. But because I've been sealing up the air leaks downstairs, I can feel them all up here now. And I'm like, okay, well, and what's frustrating is I just got done organizing this place. So I will have to, like, just pull things back from the wall to get the spray foam in. But downstairs first. Downstairs first. Oh, the thermal camera is amazing. I have found where the rats are getting in and out of my house. Right now, I can only stop them from getting into the livable area of the house because the addition that I'm slowly working on has too many holes in the floor. It's an unheated part of the house. We don't really use it. But the great thing about this is one of the things that even after I get a majority of the air leaks sealed is I can see where the studs are. And in my house, because it's an old house, the studs aren't placed where they should be all the time. So being able to use the temperature, the infrared to see where the studs are is phenomenal. Even in the ceilings, I'll be able to see where the studs are. And I am so chuffed about being able to do that. Yeah. I gotta fix that. It's gonna drive me bananas. No, I make boys cry. We need to remember this. I make boys cry. I want every woman to be able to use at least one. I'm trying to word this so I don't get in trouble. Hey, I'm not gonna get. No matter how I say it, someone in Kelpie land is gonna take it and run. Women need to stop saying, well, I need a man to do that. Mind you, I absolutely cannot do everything. But I can do a lot of things that I thought I couldn't do. Because I tried and I went, oh, hey, I can do this. I do not like to use power saws. I have a couple of power saws. The one that I feel safest with is a jigsaw because they don't have nearly as much ass as the other two saws that I have. I have a circular saw. Oh, no, I have four power saws. I have a reciprocating saw. I have a arm. I have a power arm miter saw. I think that is its formal name. Reciprocating miter saw. I have a circular saw. I have a jigsaw. Now, the ones I use the most are the circular saw and the miter cut saw, the miter box saw. because they have the most ass to do the housework that I need to do. I like the jigsaw because it does small projects very fast, and it doesn't give off like it. Every tool has a element of danger, but I feel I have more control with like the jigsaw. The circular saw and I are we're getting on better terms. The miter saw is terrifying, and in all fairness, it's probably the safest of the saws that I have. But it is terrifying. It is a very large power saw. Yes, I do want. Yes. See, equality and equity for me are. I want equity, because I know not everybody can do everything. Nobody can do everything. That's why communities exist. That's why I always offer my help and my time for things I can do, because I can do them. You might not be able to. So if I can help you, you might be able to do something that I can't do, that I might need to trade for later on down the line. I love being a handyman. Um, but my this weekend's adventures didn't involve power tools. It involved um chemical chemical spray foam. But yeah, so I've been searching and plugging up air leaks this weekend, and I have been very pleased with the results because they're almost instantaneous. While the camera still reads like the spots are cold, I've blocked the access into the house, so the wall is cold to the touch, but it's no longer blowing into the house. And it has helped significantly already, and I'm pleased with it. The attic, the attic honestly surprised me a lot. The attic is not like I have it all blocked off. I have all the passive, I have all the vents closed. I have the doors shut. Like the attic is not getting anything but residual heat that leaks up through cracks in the door and whatnot. Hello, dragon. Um, so and just with like the little bits of insulation work I did in the space above me. Now it's not tropical up there, but back in the day, in the sub-zero days, it used to be in the teens up there. Like it used to be really cold. We used to have the space heaters running up there when I actually lived up there. And with the insulation work and the insulation fixing that I have done, it is maintaining a 40-degree temperature up there just with the residual. Like if I crank the door open, I could probably get a little bit more heat up there, but I'm the work I am doing is finally showing a result, and I'm pleased with that, because sometimes seeing the results of your work is hard to do. Yes. Yes, I saw your pictures. I went through the Discord today. I was I was very me focused this weekend. Like I've seen that my weekends I have off, I do try to spend them with husband creature. We played Ark. Um, I worked on towards the end of it. Like we got tired of playing Ark because there's only so much Ark you can play. I love flying around on my wyverns, and yes, we have our husband creature and I have our own server, and he created me some wyverns that I could have, and um I tried to raise a griffin and I got it killed because griffins are kind of weak. Um, but I I was just sitting with him and enjoying and working on the dragon scale shawl. I'm almost done another dragon scale shawl. I need to ship the first one out to my bestie. um, but I went onto the Discord not on my phone, and I saw all the pictures and all the conversations, and it brings me joy. Like I like seeing everybody else what they're up to and what they're doing. That's why, like, even work in progress, just if you only did a little bit, show me. I love to see what's going on. And Jules, to your what you said, yes, and it is very important to keep your voice when things aren't right. And more people need to be made aware and to be comfortable about talking about stuff like that, because so many people, like, I'm still very angry about all of this, so I'm going to try to keep my rage to a minimum. But the people blaming the two individuals murdered by immigration enforcement, they were murdered. Um, they keep blaming them. They keep blaming the people who were murdered. And, well, mind you, not even close to everybody is doing that. But the fact that there are still people out there willing to blame the person who was murdered, um, that shows how difficult it is for people to keep their voice when things aren't right. Yes. Um, I don't know how much I can offer, because I think your Munchkin school needs to get their heads out of their ass. But I can easily say that about the systemic institutions that are the what are currently working in this world, um, or currently functioning in this world. They're not necessarily working, but they're moving. Yeah, and let me be very clear. As much as I hated Kirk, he didn't deserve to die either. Um, there are so many different, like the only class of people I think need to die, and I will say this with my whole chest, is if you diddle children. So put two and two together and take three guesses as to who I might think deserves that fate. If you're a kid diddler, you deserve to die. Full chest, here I am. Because because my innocence was taken from me in many different ways. And I refuse to stand by idly and let other people take that from kids, because I am fucked up. because of what was done to me. Children do not ask for that. They are the one spark of innocence that we still have left in this world. Children and puppies. Animals in general. But, yeah. Well, then, see, and that's the thing, is being on the files, and I'm not excusing any of this. Being on the files and associating, well, association is not favorable. If you stood by and let it happen, you're just as bad. Like guilt by association, absolutely just as bad. If you knew what he was doing, just as bad. But just knowing him and maybe spending time with him, and again, I don't know all the situations. That doesn't necessarily, it's not guilt by association. In that aspect, it's guilt by association if you knew what he was doing. And then you didn't do anything about it. But at the same time, I do know people who have spoken up and said something. I've been involved in a situation where an ex of mine was a child groomer, and I was a whistleblower, and no one believed me, and he became a teacher for kids with special needs. And then he started abusing them. And I still, with my full voice, found the lawyer handling that case, and I told them. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I spent a lot of time giving statements, giving names to people who also were a target of him, like groomed by him. I mean, he didn't groom me. I was 18 when I met him. He was a college boyfriend, and I didn't realize what a monster he was until he told me that he went and he made out with a 15-year-old. And at this point in time, we were 19, 20 in that ballpark. And I said no. And then he started stalking me. It was a very, very trying time in my life. And ultimately, he got a girl. This girl was of age, mind you, but he got a girl drunk and he raped her. And then he gaslit her, and they almost let him go until I stepped in and went, no, here's his track record. Here's what he has done. And I will bring this to the media if you do not kick him off campus. And he was banned from the University of Maine campuses for a good long time. I have most certainly used my big girl voice when I need to. Yeah, they need to call, definitely. And if you send me a DM with what you need, I can make things happen. But yeah, so I've been kind of paying attention to that kind of thing. But it drives me insane because I do have I see how the world should work, and then I see how the world actually works. And to quote Charlotte Dobre, you got to work in the shadows sometimes. So when people think that I'm not doing anything, chances are I'm doing a lot of things. I'm just not drawing attention to myself because that's not how things get done. They should absolutely provide one for her, but that's not how the system works. That would be the equity that I'm talking about, is giving people the tools they need to succeed in the world we have around us. Like, equality is giving everybody that equality is giving everybody $10. Equity is giving people who need only $10 the $10, but if someone needs $20, giving that person $20 because getting everybody on the same level. Part of me thinks that with the school system you were working with, Jules, an in-person meeting and getting everything that they need from you in writing, and then having them having a contract, having a written contract, that both parties agree on, and just calling them out when they're not holding up their end of the contract. Because yes, there's a social contract in school systems and whatnot, but it seems like an actual physical word contract is needed, so you can be like, hey, you're not doing this and I'm doing this, kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, it's, and sometimes, like, I'm tired, guys. I'm not gonna stand here and blow smoke up your ass. I am exhausted. I love, like, anybody who's hanging out with me on Finch, this is my thing that makes me happy. Cross stitching and chatting with you guys. This is the thing that makes me happy. Um, and I'm still exhausted from all of it. It just feels like there's never enough time. There's never enough answers. And I've been working on just kind of breathing and absorbing it all, and being able to take on what I can, but at the same time acknowledging I'm not going to be able to solve it all. I can buffer a lot. I'm really good at buffering and support. Like, I'm a really good support system. But I can't solve all the problems. I can help people solve their own problems. Like, I can offer things, but I cannot do the action for people. Um, like, as much as I wish I wish I could just snap my fingers and have everything go the way that we want it to. Um, because I'd argue that sometimes the way it needs to go is the long way, and sometimes the path sucks. Sometimes the path to what we want blows chunks. It sucks, and I want to kick it and stomp on it and yell and scream and cry. But that's the way sometimes things need to go. And sometimes I wish I could just snap my fingers and have let's get to the destination. Let's stop this middle bullshit stuff and just get to the end. But the end does not have the same value if you do not do the work to get there. Well, and there are verbal contracts, but it's against it when brought up. It's a he said, she said, kind of deal, and it doesn't always work out with someone who is seen as less favorable. Um, my best friend went through this with custody with her kids years and years ago because she has mental health issues. That was actually brought up in court for custody of her kids, that she was on the lowest dose of an antidepressant available, just to kind of help her even things out. And it was brought up in court because her ex was being a dick. and it comes down to a he said, she said. He was saying she was doing all of this. She was saying, no, it's just this. And he almost won. He almost won that battle because of the stigma attached to mental health when it comes to child rearing. And that's the rough thing is I do wish that it could like right now I'm really wishing that I just had a Monday through Friday job. I don't even care about the hours. I could do a Monday through Friday 3 to 11 and be happy camper. I want a Monday through Friday job. And I have applied to nearly 2,000 jobs. And I have had 5 interviews maybe over the course of the past 3 years. I have extended my education. I have gone out on a limb. I have some pretty cool projects in my portfolio going on. And at the same time, I can't even get an interview for a customer service job, even when I dumb down my resume, as it were. Like, I keep telling myself that this is the path I need to walk in order to get to where I need to be. But can I just take a scooter there, please? Thank you. And I know it's not because I'm not good at what I do. But I do acknowledge that there are people who are better at it. And that's fine. I feel that. But sometimes the journey needs to be taken. And that is the hardest thing to accept and deal with is the acceptance. You can say it all you want. You don't even have to like it to accept it. And that's sometimes what people forget is you do not have to like something to accept it. You don't even have to accept it fully. You can accept it and work to change it. But it takes time. And in that vocalization, I hate that and I have no patience for it. Now, in a few, I'm busting my ass so I can pay down my debt so that I can. The return of the pocket quiche. Return of the quiche. Return of the quiche. Oh Lord, return. Yeah, I saw the. Funny enough, as soon as you were talking about what was going on, I knew exactly what was going on. Had I not had to take a boat, I could have come fixed your toilet for you. I have had to. I have one toilet that's built like your toilet, and I have one toilet that's old-fashioned. And I'm really jealous of the poutine. Well, of course, with like your landlord's permission, you can easily drain and gut a toilet and change its guts. Much like a fish. Yeah. Oh, yes. My fingies have been covered. It's spray foam. It's the spray foam residue because you know how you're supposed to use gloves. And I don't. They're just dirty. I was having a big serious conversation about accepting and making change when you don't like accepting things. I was kind of on a roll. Like, I'm very proud of that. There are no regrets. I might actually go back and use some of what I said and make it into shorts. Oh yeah, exactly. When I do my dye work, the same thing is I'll be wild colors. So like, will it hurt if I get it on my hands? If the answer is no, then fuck the gloves. I have clean hands most of the time. Like with my hands like this, when I'm at work, um, I'm hoping to get my hands much cleaner before I go to work. Oh, oh, and now that most of the crew who's here is here, I'm doing overnights probably for this week. So this might be my only stream of this week, due to the fact that I am doing overnights. And I don't, I honestly, I don't know. And that's part of why I'm really starting to wish that I just had the Monday through Friday gig going on. I wouldn't do overnights Monday through Friday. I would do overnights Sunday through Thursday. Sunday, yeah, Sunday through Thursday. Yeah, see, that's why I have a whole ton of lotion. Yeah. Well, you got to remember with your bag change and whatnot. There's the I want to say hydrochloric acid from your stomach in there too. And it shouldn't be, I know, but at the same time. Oh, see, I have the with my pump and whatnot. I do have the medical adhesive that I use, but I've just gotten really, really, really good. Actually, I think yours might be stronger. But anyway, I've gotten really good at not getting the sticky on me. But rubbing alcohol takes away the sticky of medical adhesive. Or acetone. Actually, I've been washing my hands with acetone to get it to where it is right now. It's just acetone. Acetone evaporates so quick that it's hard to like wash hands. WD-40 will take it off too. Petroleum, I should say. Um, Gasoline will take off most adhesives. Now, these things aren't healthy to wash your hands with, but you can wash to get stuff off your hands and then wash your hands to get the gasoline off. I'm almost done the triangle. That's why I only get a little bit. I knew it. I knew that was coming. Oh. That's kind of funny. Dragon or Jules? Stream Elements muted council. Oh. Thank you. I will look into that later on. I thought I'd turn that off. Maybe with an update it turned itself back on. I apologize. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, thank you. You're fine, Pig Pig. Nope. Hold on. I think I found out how I get fur back onto my project that I wipe off before I. No, I prefer not to. Though I did enjoy the swear word testing. That was kind of fun. Hmm. That's SOS. I'm excited. Almost done this. Almost done this color right here. La 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 la. I still have a chunk of it left, but getting this area filled in is very satisfying. So after stream today, since I don't work till 11 tonight, I'm going to finish all the dishes. Was running the dishwasher while I'm on stream, but just because it's easier. I am going to do a search for a yarn color that I was asked if I had or not, and maybe try being the operative word. I'm going to try to get my yarn back into its corner so I can start going through my display stuff in order to get ready for my March show, because it's gonna come up faster than I think, and I'm not gonna have such a huge display there this year, because I've been there for 2 years, and I mean it's $30, but I'm just gonna. Well, it's and it was an SOS commercial. Is they would have the pots and pans doing and it would be advertising the SOS pads. Yeah, Morse. I mean, if I had to, like, I knew Morse code at one point in time. But that's the thing, is if I don't use a language, I still know it, but it takes a little bit of time for me to use. I don't know who's still subscribed, so I'm just going to take a break while I change my string. I know Dragon is subscribed, because Dragon is awesome. Okay. So, well, my so yeah, my first show is March 14th, and I'm just gonna have fun. Like I get an 8x8 spot, but I'm just gonna bring some of my dragons and my keychains and whatnot, and maybe some of my smaller, less expensive art. So, oh, you have a subscription, so you don't get the ads. But yeah, after stream today, I'm gonna try to organize some stuff. Yes. It's a payment plan for call dance. Oh, you too can have a Heaven and Earth design in 5 years. Oh, so now that there are a couple people here, um, in the month of January, I got almost 1,400 stitches done on call dance, and I got almost 2,000 stitches done on divine. It's a pretty big gap, but also with divine, I did a lot of the block color. Like what I'm doing right now is I mean, I can get 500 or 600 stitches done in a stream, whereas with call dance, I was jumping around all over the place. Um, but I kind of like keeping track of how much I do every stream, so that in a month I can be like, oh hey, yeah, I got all this done. And it's a joke. You can never purchase a Heaven and Earth from me. I only give them away because they do. They take a lot of time, and they mean so much when I give them out. Like, yes, right? Full disclosure, Dragon bought the pattern for call dance. Dragon is getting call dance when call dance is done, because every bad bitch needs a power piece of art to hang in their big ass office and go, try me, bitches. Because that's what I see. That's what I see. Yes, yes. Either the power of penis or the power of panthers dropping wine out of their mouth. got got this area all done. Oh, but now I gotta, oh my goodness, now I gotta focus on in here, because I'm still not done this fucking color yet. Oh my goodness. So there's yeah. Okay, I'm going down even lower. This. So there's a gap of 2 right here, and then we start. Actually, no, we start up here, because there's this one random one right here. I can only imagine. Lots of people in voice chat get really overwhelming for me. So that's like really one of the reasons I'm not in voice chat a lot, is lots of people, and like I don't mind being in voice chat for like a work conversation or a planning meeting, but that kind of body doubling doesn't help me any, because everybody has all of their everything going into the voice chat sometimes, and it does not do me any good. That's not the one I wanted. There we go. There's that one. Uh-huh. Okay. Go down here. Same. Unfortunately, with me working frontline healthcare, I use a lot of my people energy at work, so I don't spend like tonight. Tonight I'm gonna have a little bit more energy because I don't have to really do a whole lot of people face. But we'll see. That's one thing I love about the overnights, is its solace. It's stillness. I just want people to be able to have fun and to be able to not feel alone but feel safe at the same time. Like that's the goal of Sanctuary, is to feel safe. And oh, someone wandered downstairs. Guess it's big. So I'm gonna work till this piece of string is all done. Oh my goodness. Oh, my hands. Hey, you're fine. You're fine, miss. So. Pixie has to be in everybody's business. Specifically mine. Like I went out to Home Depot yesterday to get spray foam because I can. And she really wanted to come with me. Now, I was also going to stop. I also stopped off at Michael's. So, while I could have brought her into Home Depot just fine, I didn't want to leave her out in the car for my Michael's excursion, which didn't end up being very long, but that's the kind of thing is I didn't didn't want to have to leave her in the car. So this is my last line of the day. I'll give some stats out, and I know it's a little early, but I just don't feel like cutting another piece of string and taking all that time. And besides, I have to mentally change out my brain. I'll probably be lurking in the background, but might actually take the opportunity to work on some single colors. Little colors. Okay. I'm gonna put the half here so that I know where I was with my 939. Woohoo! Well, hopefully it toilet parts just kind of break. Like, I wish I could say it. Like, I've replaced the guts of my toilets a couple of times, but they are relatively easy to fix. On the good news, you do not need to pay a plumber. Toilets are really, really simple. They're gross, but they're simple. Okay. Hit the box. Okay, so we started off today. Let me find my page where we started off. We started off today at 10.76%, which should tell you something. Both Call Dance and Divine have roughly the same stitch count, but I'm almost at 11% with Divine Instinct, and we are barely just tipped over 5% on Call Dance with the same roughly 30,000 stitches. So, started off at 10.76%. We are now at 10.85%. Still working on 939, the color of my dreams. I do not know where my schedule will be this week. I'll try to be like, I know tomorrow there will be no stream. I do not know about the rest of the week. I will probably find out more this evening, and I'll post it in announcements. I need to get more comfortable with posting things in announcements because I am the owner of the server and I'm allowed to announce things. But I'll get that information tonight, and I appreciate everybody's time. Drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. Time is our most precious resource. And again, I really appreciate you guys spending some with me. I will be lurking in the background doing God knows what. So I love you all. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.